Does Andor Season 2 live up to the hype? Is it a masterpiece from what people were saying in the early reviews? Well, the first 3 episodes have finally released, and here's my quick review, which will contain a few spoilers and my rating, but not the usual recaps because, the first episode I watched at an early screening at a movie theater, so I couldn't properly take notes, so this video will be a little bit quicker, but at least a couple of the stars from the show pulled up. Episode 1, solid start. One of the things that Stellan Skarsgård said at the early screening yesterday is that it is slow, but there's a reason for it to be like that, so that you can learn more about these characters, so then there would be a reason why you would care if they live or die. And from these first 3 episodes, yeah, it's more on the slow side. If you're a big fan of Season 1 and you like Season 1 of Andor, then you're gonna like the first 3 episodes. It might be more on the slower side, but even O'Reilly said at the screening yesterday that you're gonna learn more about pretty much everyone and more in-depth, and not more in terms of because it's Season 2, we're obviously gonna just get more content in general, but more in-depth and more kind of excelling and exceeding Season 1. I think the visuals are great and the quality is great. Dialogue is solid. Action, when it does happen, is solid. I give episode 1 a 8 out of 10. If you want to see some more cool stuff that happened at yesterday's Andor Season 2 early screening, check out my Instagram story or highlights. And follow it for more like that. Episode 2, didn't like as much, to be honest. I didn't really like the whole part with Andor when he got captured in episode 1, and then episode 2, more on that before he escapes. I just thought that was a little bit silly or almost pointless, or all those characters, they're supposed to be together and then they argue and then they go back and forth, and then it's come on. Will we see those same characters that held Andor hostage before he escaped? Who knows? We learned that Cyril and Deidre are a thing now? Huh? I give episode 2 a 6.5 or 7 out of 10. Episode 3, now this is better. I like the pacing more in this episode. I like that there's more tension. I like the back and forth between the party and then Andor. I find it funny that the senator was talking about getting drunk early in the episode and then is getting drunk by the end. I know the pacing's more on the slow side, but at least I like the build up with it, and I like that you're learning more about these characters. The only thing is, before Season 2, if you watch Season 1, how much do you care about these characters going into Season 2, and do you really want to learn more about certain characters or not? I did like the ending of this episode. There were a couple unintentional funny moments that I think were good, and then I just like the way it ended with Andor's part. I give episode 3 a nice 8.5 out of 10. If you watched the first 3 episodes of Andor Season 2, what would you rate them out of 10 in your overall thoughts? And if you haven't yet and you plan to, I hope you enjoy.